Hey YouTube, Advent Rooster here. Thanks for tuning in. It's another week, and that means another top 5. So this week's top 5 is going to be the top 5 best games of 2012. So let's take a look. There is this ray of light, like right there, and I don't know how to get rid of it, so we're just going to go with this. Number 5 is Dishonored by Bethesda, and it's kind of a steampunk first-person shooter hybrid of open world and maybe more of a solid mission structure, which I'm really excited for. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of open world games. I just don't have all the time in the world to set and devote myself to. But it looks like you can go about doing missions different ways, kind of Deus Ex style, which I'm a huge fan of. And it's definitely well deserving of the number 5 spot today. So number 5, Dishonored, look it up. I haven't read a lot about it. I don't like to build up the anticipation and the hype and then be let down in the end. And I like it also to be a complete surprise when I turn on the game and play it. But it's a new IP. It's not a sequel of anything, and it's straight from the creative minds of some of the best game developers, in my opinion, of all time. So let's give Dishonored a try when it comes out. It looks awesome. Number 4 today is Blizzard's Diablo 3. I say Diablo, you might say Diablo. If you want to say it correctly, it's Diablo 3. But I digress. My friend Truman and I, who runs Plugin Podcast with me, he kind of challenged me. He was like, hey, why should I pick this game up on day 1? And this is my reason why. Diablo 2 kind of hits home with me. It's very nostalgic to me. I wasn't really a computer player until that game. I went over his house and we started playing Diablo 2 a lot, and it just kind of, it brings back really good memories. And like I said, it's really nostalgic. It's almost like an antique to me. So Diablo 3, on top of that, isn't trying to add anything innovative to games these days. It's just trying to be a sequel to a game that, was awesome 10 years ago or so. It's not trying to be the next Skyrim. It's not trying to be the next, MMO for the decade. It's just trying to be a sequel. And the guy came out, I don't know the developer's name or anything like that, but he came out and said basically, hey fans, you're expecting this, just lower your expectations a little bit because it's not going to be this huge revolution for gaming. It's just a sequel. So I kind of think it boils down to that. Are you a fan of the old series? Then hell yeah, pick it up on day 1. If not, then you may not enjoy it as much. Kind of like the new Twisted Metal on the PS3. I know this is getting a little sidetracked, but I enjoyed Twisted Metal on the PS3. I thought it was a good sequel. I thought it was, was it the best game ever? No, but it wasn't trying to be the best game ever, and I think the same for Diablo 3. I don't think it's trying to be the best game ever. It's just paying a little bit of tribute to the fans of the series. So, number 4 is Diablo 3. Number 3 today is going to be Max Payne 3. I know that's kind of a weird game to put on a list. I think it looks fantastic. I love Rockstar. I like Rockstar's games that aren't Grand Theft Auto, and Max Payne 3 looks awesome. Now, my brother actually took me about a month ago to shoot guns for the first time, so I got to shoot a Glock, a 45, an AR-15, and did really well with it and had a blast. I thought it was awesome, and I just got on this gun high. And then I found out that Max Payne 3, they put a lot of resources into firing guns accurately, and the sounds and the way his body animates and twists and turns, for targeting and whatnot. And it just really, the more I think about it, the more my attention is drawn to this game. The other 2 Max Paynes were great with that noir-style film and comic, and it was just a very brutal game, great story. The movie with Marky Mark sucked balls. Don't pay attention to that. Max Payne 3 looks awesome, and I can't wait for it. So that's number 3, Max Payne 3. Number 2. Guild Wars 2 is number 2. I always giggle at number 2. Guild Wars 2 looks awesome. It's the worst way to start out a video, just saying the game's awesome. Guild Wars 2 is going to be pretty cool. I was a big fan of Dark Age of Camelot. My friend Truman is a huge fan of Dark Age of Camelot, for the reasons being that it had 3 realms to choose from, and ever so often these 3 realms fight against each other in a 3-way battle for territories, and it was just like the best PvP ever. I didn't really get a lot of playtime into it. I was like 13 years old and I didn't have a computer. I was still using like, AOL and couldn't do high-speed internet. So Guild Wars 2 looks like it's going to be a really good opportunity for, an MMO to really just take the reins with this shit and leave World of Warcraft behind. I played World of Warcraft, I played Final Fantasy XI, I played Rift, I played Star Wars, I played a lot of MMOs, guys. Aeon, Darkfall. I played all these games that require $15 a month. Some still do. EverQuest just went free to play last week, and that game was made in like '99. So I'm really excited that Guild Wars 2 is taking the reins, and they're saying, fuck subscription fees. We already got enough money whenever you buy that first copy of the game. If you want another account, you just buy another copy. It's good times. It's a good way to do it. And it makes me really, really excited. It came at a terrible time, though, because my graphics card just hit the dust, or bit the dust, whatever you say. But Guild Wars 2 looks awesome, and hopefully I'll have a computer situation figured out by the time that game comes out in June or something like that. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about Guild Wars 2, you really need to visit the website and talk to Flock, aka Truman, because he is like Guild Wars 2 master right now. That's all he talks about, and he's in love with it, and he grinds it every night next to his pillow. Alright, so number 2, Guild Wars 2. Alright, number 1, and it was a toss-up between number 1, but I couldn't contradict myself. It was going to be between Assassin's Creed 3 and Hitman Absolution, and I realized in a couple of videos ago I totally ranted on Assassin's Creed, and I have to stand by that. As cool as the third one actually looks, Assassin's Creed 3 is actually Assassin's Creed 6. I mean, it's going to be the 6th title, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3. Okay, so it's going to be the 5th title. But that's a lot of room in between, to just all of a sudden, oh, Assassin's Creed 3. So it looks awesome. I'm still going to pick it up, and I know that's really contradicting my other videos, but he plays an Indian. And the last time I played against an Indian, he was fucking brutal and killing Tyrannosaurus Rexes and Velociraptors as Turok. So it looks awesome. But Hitman Absolution is actually going to be number 1 today, which is coincidentally the 5th of the series of that too, but at least they've spaced it out. It's been 6 years since a Hitman game's been released. I think Blood Money was the last one, definitely was. And this one looks awesome, and it's getting a lot of grief already. Like, they dropped the main voice actors for Diana and Agent 47, which I really don't care. I mean, I love the series a lot, but I realize that they're doing this probably for a reason. Maybe it's a money thing, or maybe they just decided to take him in a different direction. Who knows? I don't care. I just like to shoot things, and Hitman actually displays the level idea that I really enjoy the most, which is where you have a mission, go kill this guy or save this person or whatever, and here's your level, and you go and you do whatever you need to within this level. It's a sandbox, but a smaller sandbox, and I like that concept instead of just a gigantic world, because I'll once again get lost and whatnot. Hitman also can now lean against walls and take cover and take human shields, which has actually been getting the most heat from people. Is, oh, now it's turning into a Metal Gear game. Well, guys, he's a fucking Hitman, okay? Do you think the idea has not occurred to him how to dodge bullets or hide against a wall to, be stealth or anything like that? I mean, it's a good transition. It's something that a sequel should need by now, because if he didn't have a couple of new moves in his arsenal, it would just be, Hitman Blood Money 0.5 and a half. I don't know. So I'm really excited about it. It looks really gory. I mean, you can, well, I don't know if gory is the right word, but you can, like, beat people with bongs, and, of course there's shooting and a lot of blood and shit like that. Looks awesome. A lot of improvised weapons. I guess that's a better description of what I'm trying to say. Hitman Absolution looks awesome. I'm probably betting that it's going to be a summer hit. One of those summer games just to hold you over for all the stuff coming out in the fall. Now, guys, I know I missed a lot of stuff. I said Assassin's Creed 3 didn't make it to the list, even though I'm really excited for that one, despite what I think about that milking the cow in that series and that franchise. Bioshock Infinite looks awesome. Once again, somebody that has taken appropriate time and length apart in between sequels. I think Bioshock Infinite is going to knock it out of the park. There's a lot of games. Today I just kind of skimmed over the top 5, the ones that I think about on a day-to-day basis. So guys, let me know what your top 5 is. We have a thread started at this in the plugin podcast.engine.com. I'll put the link in the description. You guys are more than welcome to join. I encourage it, and take care, guys. We'll see you.